Welcome to HYCM Insight with myself, Giles Copland. Now, US oil is at an interesting point at the moment. We've been seeing some downside in US oil as the US has been threatening to release some of its emergency reserves, which it has now announced. And US oil has become this very interesting political battlefield between OPEC and the US. Now, the US asked OPEC to increase production. OPEC refused, and so the US threatened to release some of their emergency oil reserves. They have now done that, with the US Energy Department announcing yesterday that a loan of oil from their SPR, their emergency reserves, will be coordinated with other countries. So the sort of countries might be looking at Taiwan, Japan, potentially India. So does this mean that oil prices now will keep falling into December? Now, here's a seasonal pattern for US oil from November 24th to 19th of December for the last 15 years. And what's quite noticeable is that there are some years where US oil has some deep, heavy falls. 2008, 14, 15, largest fall of over 25% in 2008. Now, obviously, that was during the global financial crisis, but pretty large falls in 2014 and 2015. So will US oil sell off again this year during this period? Now that the US is releasing some emergency oil reserves, how many other countries will join them? Will OPEC retaliate, for instance? Now, HYCM clients can access the Seasonal product in order to analyze over 25,000 currency pairs, indices, commodities, as well as individual stocks. So please do contact your account manager if you would like to get started with Seasonal. Major trade risk: the main risk to this seasonal pattern would be if OPEC retaliate by reducing their production to compensate for the US emergency reserve release.